Hey, we're Geekend Warriors. Welcome to our inaugural video.
Woo! This is long time.
Long time in the works.
Yeah.
But it's like we did this whole idea because we are pretty much all about everything geeky.
Exactly.
Except we don't have time to be complete fanboys.
Exactly.
But I think there's a lot of other people out there like this might be able to relate in the fact of still enjoying something without having to feel like you have to be the first, the best, the most knowledgeable. We started this whole thing, we wanted to talk about Christmas. Of course, Christmas is just a few short weeks away.
And we're going to pretend that we're jumping in a time machine going back to 1980-something to talk about what could have been, well, what we would have liked to see.
Well, the funny thing I think this whole idea stemmed from was when you go down to toy stores now.
Yeah.
I have an excuse. I have a 2.5-year-old, so I can walk down the toy stores and the toy aisle and pretend it's for her.
Right.
But 3/4 of toys out there are the exact same toys, just new versions of them. Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joes,
But
Transformers.
not nearly as cool.
Most of them aren't, no.
Yeah.
But it is it's still fairly nostalgic in that sense. But the toys that, when we were growing up,
Right.
what was one of your favorite ones when you were a kid?
Honestly, I remember getting the original Game Boy. That was by far one of my favorites. Got that, it was all downhill from there. I mean, as you can see from my arm and whatnot, I love video games. So, that's where it all started for me, but I remember getting that, and some of the Ninja Turtles was awesome, except for my friend across the street would get the Turtle Bus, and I didn't get that, and I was jealous.
I got one of my favorites too, the old Transformers. I've been a diehard Transformers geek since as far as I can remember.
That's OG, right?
I'm pretty sure I had these on my Christmas list every year from the time I was 3 or 4 years old until...
Don't lie, you still have them on your Christmas list.
I may have bought myself the Jetfire 30th anniversary for Christmas this year, but hey.
It's like I said, they're still on your list.
There's a story behind this one. The Dinobots, one of my favorites as a kid. You can tell it was very well played with.
Yeah, that one's...
But I remember this because growing up, we didn't have a whole lot of money, so gifts were special. And these things, at the time, were pretty expensive. They were still $20-30 a piece back then. And I was looking through the back of my mom's car for groceries and found slag stuffed under the pillow in the back seat of her car. So I saw my Christmas gift early. And I felt so terrible about it that I never again my entire childhood tried to find out what my gifts were. All these kids are like looking through their parents' clothes trying to gifts. Because I found this, I felt so guilty about it. Never told them that I knew.
Right.
The rest of my childhood, I never once tried to peek at what any of my gifts were.
I did that occasionally. Fun fact, slag, no longer called that.
No, he's... What is he called now?
Don't know, but 80s knew what it was about.
I still don't quite understand what slag is even a reference to that's so offensive, but...
I think it's a British derogatory term or I don't know.
We'll have to Wikipedia that.
Yeah, we'll Wikipedia that. What
There's
else
also the GoBots, too. I'm not going to... They were the lame Transformers ripoffs that were actually before Transformers, but...
I was going to say Transformers were a ripoff of them. They just did it right.
Yeah, but... Come on, Zod, Leader One, Psykill.
Growing up, I watched a lot of Gumby, and yeah, I loved playing with them and everything. As you can see, I still have these ones.
Are these the original ones, or are these the remakes that they just sold recently?
These are not the ones that they sold recently. This is like a remake, the first remakes for like the late 90s.
This is ones I actually saw at the store this week. I saw Gumby and Pokemon, like, no way! And I do have the Gumby movie on VHS still somewhere around here.
Now, if you want to talk original, I got right here, Gremlins. This is, as you can see, he's still attached.
Mowgli?
Yeah. No.
No, that's Jungle Book. Mogwai, there we go.
Gizmo.
It
says right there. Whatever. Anyway, yeah.
One of my friends actually says that this is who I look like. I don't see the resemblance.
No, I think
he has this thing about making people look like celebrity people.
I think your friends think you look like Mohawk. Yeah, or Stripe.
I could buy that slightly better, at least, because I kind of have a Mohawkish thingy.
Yeah, Stripe. We know what we're talking about, Stripe. But as you can see, he fell out of his thing. But, yeah.
Hey, on that note, feel free to correct us. If we have something wrong, please
let
us
do.
know.
Yeah, please think different.
You said your Game Boy was your first. Now, I still have like 4 or 5 original Nintendo systems, but this was where it was at, the Sega Master System.
Dude, I used to have one of those too.
Alex Kidd Miracle World and Transbot, I probably spent a good third of my young life.
See, for the Master System for me, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was like the Galaga ripoff spaceship one.
Astro Warriors.
Yeah, that's the one that I had a lot. And then, I never had the Nintendo growing up. Again, it was the Sega Master System and the Sega Genesis, and so all my friends had the Nintendo, but...
You didn't get a Dreamcast ever, did you?
Almost.
Just for Crazy Taxi, though, right?
Probably. But no, I played it at a friend's house with money. So, I always wanted a Nintendo, and now I own one because I'm an adult, and I was like, hey, I'm at a flea market. It works, but This one would have been nice if my parents would have got me that, but I grew up with the Atari and then the Sega Master System.
What's the thing? I mean, we're the same way. We grew up, we didn't have Nintendos, but
everybody else we knew did.
Yeah, so everybody else's house, you're going to have, oh, we're playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! And then, of course, there's these guys, the Micro Machines, cool little toys, everybody got 6 in a pack, but they were really expensive, and everybody had them. And I don't even know what was cool about them, but I had hundreds of these little things.
You almost had that right.
I know. I just didn't have anything to say, and that Micro Machine guy kind of gives me a headache when I look.
Oh, you forgot about this.
Well, these weren't mine, but these were my wife's. Yeah, we're made for each other, right? Here's still the original ones, and all the DC superheroes on there. We had to buy Brainiac on eBay because she lost that one somewhere along the way. These were some of her favorite childhood toys.
And they're still in pretty good condition.
Mm-hmm. And I actually had, I think, the newer version of this box set now. It's not near as cool.
It's still kind of cool.
Kind of.
Be cool if it was Marvel.
So. If you want to get in a conversation, what was your favorite gift growing up?
That was a good thing, yeah.
I mean, when you were a kid, what did you look forward to that you never got, or what did you get that you just still remember? Like, that was the coolest Christmas ever. I opened it up, and I mean, This time we're talking your favorite Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Next time, your biggest regrets.
We're Geekend Warriors.